با درود و سپاس خدمت همه هموطنانم. حسن جدیدی هستم، لیسانس حسابداری و از ایران و MBA از امریکا، عضو انجمن حسابداران خبره ایران از سال 1372 و فعال در مشاوره مالی و مشاوره مالی tax advising and planning از سال 2003 در امریکا. امروز ما مهمانی داریم خدمت شما، میخوام معرفی کنم که بتونه اوورال در مورد تکس ادوایزینگ با شما صحبت بکنه. اما قبل از اینکه ما بریم و به این برسیم، بذارید سلسله مراتب تکس فایل کردن رو من به شما بگم که چه گروه ها و چه متخصصینی میتونن در واقع اینجا فعال باشن. ببینید، اگر تکس فایل کردن باشه، به عنوان تکس فایل کردن ما خودتون هم میتونید فایل بکنید. اول از همه خودتون میتونید فایل بکنید اگه دانش دارید، اگر دسترسی به نرم افزار رو دارید میتونید. دوم، میتونید بدید یکی دیگه برای شما فایل بکنه از طرف شما، یا با یوزر آیدی خودش یا با یوزر آیدی شما. هیچ فرقی هم نمیکنه، هیچ تخصصی هم لازم نیست ایشون داشته باشه، هیچ لایسنسی هم لازم نیست داشته باشه، فقط حالت دوستانه است داره برای انجام میده. لول بعدی لولی هستن که دوستان میرن و در واقع PTI نمبر میگیرن، در واقع preparation item number میگیرن، در واقع به IRS میگن ما میخوایم فایل بکنیم. حالا IRS بنا به designation هایی که اونها داره به اونها در واقع این اجازه رو میده. حالا این designation ها در واقع 3 تا گروه هستن. بذارید از استیت کالیفرنیا من شروع بکنم. CTAC ها هستن، در واقع اونهایی که میتونن لایسنس CTAC دارن میتونن فایل بکنن و تکس ها رو انجام بدن، دارای لایسنس هستن و PTI نمبر دارن. اما گروه دیگه ای هم هستن، اینها انرول ایجنت ها هستن. انرول ایجنت ها در واقع کسایی هستن که اینها در واقع در امتحانات IRS رو پاس کردن، اداره مالیاتی رو پاس کردن و اینها به اینها لایسنس نمبر دادن که میتونن هم در جلسات IRS آدیتینگ شرکت بکنن، هم پریپر انجام بدن و همین که فایلینگ انجام بدن. یه لول بالاتر از اینها در واقع میشه گفت CPA ها هستن. اما CPA ها همون کسایی هستن که اکانتنت ها هستن، حسابداران خبره امریکا هستن. در واقع کورپوریت فایننس ها دست اوناست. حالا شما چون CPA ها شناخته میشن، یک امتحان 4 امتحان خیلی سختی رو باید انجام بدن، پاس بکنن و 2 سالم دوره ببینن در پیش CPA دیگه که بتونن در واقع سرتیفای بشن. در واقع کورپوریت امریکا کورپوریت فایننس CPA ها رو استخدام میکنه. سرتیفاید پابلیک اکانتنت ها هستن که اینها در واقع در کار حسابداری، آدیتینگ، کلا کورپوریت فایننس در تاپ لول کمک میکنن که بعضا یه عده از اونها میان در تکس فایلینگ ها هم فعال میشن، مشغول میشن، یعنی تکس فایلینگ و پریپریشن انجام بدن. در واقع دانش بالایی رو دارن اما در واقع میخوان کمک بکنن تو تکس فایلینگ ها. و یه عده دیگه هم که میتونن تکس فایلینگ بکنن و IRS به اونا اجازه میده، لویرهایی هستن که تخصصشون تکس LLM ما به اونا میگیم. اینا هم در واقع لویر هستن، کار لو رو انجام میدن، میتونن در واقع در جلسات شرکت بکنن، در جلسات آدیتی شرکت بکنن. خب به طب همه این 4 تا گروه، چه CTAC ها، چه EA ها، انرول ایجنت ها، CP ها و LLM ها میتونن در تکس لیدیکیشن های شما به شما کمک بکنن و تو تکس فایلینگ هم کمک بکنن. پس در واقع اگر به تکس فایل کردن باشه، همه این گروه ها میتونن تکس فایلینگ انجام بدن، یعنی تو عددها رو در واقع بتونن در سیستم وارد بکنن و به شما نتیجه رو بگن که از بین در واقع. حالا یک بخشی عمده از اینها که ما باید بهش توجه بکنیم، پریپر کردن این اعداد برای اینکه تو سیستم بذاریم که این در واقع برمیگرده به تکس ادوایزینگ ها. همه اینهایی که گفتم، درجاتی که گفتم، ممکنه همه اینها بک‌گراندشون هم مالی نباشه، حسابداری هم نخونده باشن و اون بیسیک حسابداری رو هم اصلا نرفته باشن دنبالش، اما رفتن لایسنسشو گرفتن. برای تکس پریپر کردن ها و اینکه ما بتونیم پلنینگ بکنیم، هدف ما اینه که ما بتونیم فایلینگ کردن نیست، تکس فایل کردن نیست. شما میتونید همه جا میتونید فایل بکنید، هر پریپر هم خودتون، پریپر ها، ایه ها. اما اینکه ما چجوری میایم این عددها رو ما میتونیم به اونها برسونیم و ما بتونیم کمک بکنیم شما عکس کمتری رو بدید، چون الان در واقع یکی از معضلات بزرگ مردمی که در امریکا کار میکنن و عمده‌ای که از در واقع از بیزینس ها استفاده نمیکنن، لابی ها استفاده نمیکنن و کارمند هستن و کارمندای حقوق بالایی هم هستن، اینا مالیات های زیادی میدن که ما به اینها کمک بکنیم که مالیات کمتری رو بدن. امروز یکی از در واقع این انرول ایجنت ها، در واقع اونهایی که در واقع امتحان آیرس رو پس کرده و انرول ایجنته و سوابق خوبی هم داره و گذشته خیلی هم خوبی هم داره، ما در خدمتشون خواهیم بود که امروز میخوایم یه سری سوالاتی ازش بکنیم که ببینیم کجا میتونیم بریم. Hello, Mr. Martinez. Thank you so much for being here. I just want you to briefly introduce yourself for us.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you for the opportunity to get to know your clients and get some of this information out to the public. My name is Manuel Martinez, better known as Manny. I'm an enrolled agent. We have two tax offices, one in Santa Clara, one in Sunnyvale. We've been in business for over 30 years. We prepare between 3,000 and 5,000 tax returns per year. I have the opportunity to work with both of my parents, my mother and my father, as well as my sister. So between the four of us, we have over 100 years of tax experience. I personally have passed my enrolled agent exam, and with that, I'm able to represent people in the IRS, in front of the IRS. I'm also an expert in tax preparation and tax resolution. And really happy to be here.
Manuel, the first question is why we have to use tax professionals to do the tax return?
Well, that's an excellent question, Hassan. And really the short answer is because I can help you save a lot of money. And that's the bottom line, right? Especially with those of us who have businesses or have higher incomes. There are many laws that change every year. And one of the things that I do, right, is that I stay educated within the best enrolled agent groups in the country, so that I can help my clients save taxes, right? We have a right to only pay as much taxes as we have a responsibility to pay. Right? Some of the things that we make sure that we offer our clients is the ability to come and do tax planning throughout the year, right? It's not just a tax preparation, but for us, we have a relationship with our clients in which they come 3-4 times per year, so that we can make sure that we get all the deductions that we can get, the retirement savings accounts, that are a large part of tax planning, especially with those high income earning W-2 employees, and health savings plans, college savings plans. All of these things are also and retirement planning are part of the tax preparation, and that's something that we can help our clients achieve that most other tax offices don't offer.
Mr. Martinez, you mentioned retirement planning. Okay, that was a great point. How retirement planning is going to fit in the tax filing? All right, what they can do, as especially the people, they are high compensated people with the W-2s. They have no chance of deduction. How they can help them?
Yeah, so part of the advantages that our clients get is that we offer holistic tax planning, meaning that it's not just I see you once a year and I prepare your tax return without getting to know you or getting to know your situation. What we want, right, is to make sure that our clients in the end up paying the least amount of tax that they are responsible for. And so that means that we as my job, right, is to make sure that we can take all of the deductions that are out there that are given by the IRS. As a W-2 employee, the retirement accounts are one of the ways in which we can make our tax liability much less through using 401ks. If we're self-employed, the SAP accounts, HSA accounts, really important. The child care accounts that are offered now are also a tax deduction, and other strategies that we use. And so part of the holistic approach that we use, right, is making sure that you are that your retirement strategy is in accordance with being able to save you as much taxes today.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. That was a good point. Mr. Martinez, as far as tax resolution, and because you are an enrolled agent and then you can be before the IRS, in how you can help our client to do that auditing or tax resolution cases.
Thank you, Hassan. And for me, this is really one of the most enjoyable parts of my job. It's very stressful when somebody receives letters from the IRS. Sometimes they receive the first one, ignore it, get the second one, get the third one, get the fourth one. And it can be a very stressful situation. Or we have a very good economic year, and we do our tax return, and then we owe a lot of money. And then sometimes it just piles up, and we need some help. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to, one of the things that's an advantage as an enrolled agent is that a client can simply come to me, sign a power of attorney, and then I will communicate with the IRS on their behalf. All right, so only CPAs, enrolled agents like myself, and tax attorneys have the ability to do that. And we take each case as they come, and it's really enjoyable when I'm able to resolve an issue, especially when it's high money. It's a very stressful situation, and it's really, like I said, part of my favorite part of the job is being able to resolve issues that clients are facing through audits or collections.
Yeah, especially at this time of the economic recession, as we can say, that the government is after the people money and to collect the taxes as much as they can. That would be great point. Not only you reducing their taxes, but you'll help them to be a good point and a good situation. If they owe taxes or they have them auditing, you can help them out. Mr. Martinez, how protection fit in your business? I'm seeing that you have a big client and high compensated people. What is your experience about these kind of people on the protection side?
Yeah, so one of the advantages that I have in being in preparing the tax return is that I have the ability to really get to know my client's life and what they're trying to accomplish. The clients who are high earners and have created and made assets for themselves have worked really hard to get to this point, right? And so one of the things that I help with is to help them recognize that now, okay, we got here and you have these assets. Now we need to make sure that you protect them, right? So one of the main things that we want to protect, especially high income earners, right, is your income. What would happen to your family if for some reason you fell sick or even passed away, right? So really one of the things that I push for is disability insurance, as well as at least a term life insurance while we have dependents in our home. And this goes, as well as we talked about holistic tax planning before, this is a large part of asset protection that we talk about as well. And we have a great team to to help with this situation.
I also let me mention, which is you are a great side of the people you are advising them how to protect themselves from bankruptcy, how they can avoid, how they can have a saved money or reserve account if there's such a bankruptcy happen, or they can protect their family. And also the creating some boundary around their assets, and as far as if they they something happen and then they get sued, they can protect themselves. That is a good point. Okay, we talk about boundaries about on our assets. Okay, and then as you know, our client and your client and my client, we are immigrant, basically maybe in many generation before, but how they can protect their assets, from anything happen, sickness and die, or getting sued or bankruptcy. What do you think about that protection? How we can do that?
Thank you, Hassan. And that's really another one of my passions. Uh, it's really hurtful to see as immigrants we come to this country to work, and oftentimes we forget that there is a whole other side, which is retirement planning. And then once we have some assets, we worked so hard, right? We buy ourselves a home and so forth. There's now a lot of legal work that oftentimes we're not told about. And this is another part of that holistic tax planning that we offer, is either entity creation, right? We can form an LLC or a corporation to help protect those assets, so that if you're sued, your personal assets won't be available for that lawsuit, right? They'll only be able to take either the bank account or the assets that are owned by the LLC or that corporation. So that's one of the strategies that we use, right? Entity creation. The other one is that everybody, if you own a home, right, must have a living trust set up. And that's another, right, because if you don't have a living trust, one of the things that we've seen happen is that people's homes go into probate, and then oftentimes the family can't afford to buy that home back and they lose it. So having a living trust is an investment that must be made if we have assets.
That was a good explanation, Mr. Martinez. You're right. We're not talking about advanced tax planning. In advanced tax planning, we are dealing with the advanced taxes imposing, which comes to the state tax. The state tax is someone dies, and then the government is a partner of that asset is gonna come after that exemption. They're gonna take it more, mostly 50%, and then that area they need your advice to creating the trust, to creating the will. And a will also is important because as you know, any administrative about debt issues takes 18 months to get through, and then how we can avoid this, how we can what we call make it easy for the administrative to understand what is the generation is, who's the beneficiaries, who's the wife, who's the kids. That is important. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. I think for the time being, and we can have you another session for another reason. Maybe we go specifically to detail of any items we talked today: retirement, trust, and will, and tax litigation. All of them is a broad area. We can go through and make it deeper and understanding. And meanwhile, my client, and they can approach you to do their tax planning. They might have their tax filer, they might do themselves. As you know, the Persian people, they are smart people. They know how to do this stuff, and their English is pretty good. But as far as the tax planning, they can come to you. They can come to your advice how you can help them to reduce on the taxes. All right, for
Absolutely.
the last suggestion, what do you think?
Thank you so much for this time, and I look forward to any other educational video that we may create for clients.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Manny. And then, by the way, دوستان عزیز، اگر سوالی دارید، اگر موردی بود بخواید من بیشتر توضیح بدم، تو کامنت برای من بنویسید. تو لینکی که گذاشتم برای من اطلاعاتتون رو بفرستید. اگر مشاوره نیاز دارید، اگر اطلاعات معنی رو میخواید من براتون بفرستم. آقای مارتینز در واقع یکی از پارتنرهای ماست. ما میتونیم تو نتورکینگش ازش خوب استفاده بکنیم. انشالله که پاینده و پایدار باشید. Thank you, Manny. Have a
Thank you.
great day.